Hello, hello, and welcome to Nails for the Week. My name is Lori, and I hope you're having an absolutely fabulous day today. I know I am because you're here and we get to play in the nail room. All right, for these amethyst nails, we are going to. First off, I thought I would try a few different things. I didn't know for sure what I was doing, so I know what I have in my head. But we're going to take this polygel and some glass polish and mix them together and see if we can't come up with an easy way to use these nail molds that I have. I'm just putting a little bit of the white liner gel from Nails by Def in there. And I've got these little nail molds that I thought I would try. So we're just kind of mixing them up, putting it in there so that it's got a little veining and marbling in it, because that's kind of the way amethysts look in general. Now I'm just going to pattern it down so that it has a concave middle. And that's the way that one turned out. I wasn't really sure that that's the way my favorite. So I'm going to try painting. I'm taking this grape jelly again, and this is by Lachat. If you guys know, I used to have quite a few Lachats, but mostly in just um, regular nail polish. And we're taking that liner gel again and trying to make the veining. I'm using just a little bit of alcohol to brush out that veining so it's not just a harsh line. So it's a little bit feathered out like it would be in a natural stone. And we're just gonna do another coat. So happy birthday to all of my February babies. Amethyst is your birthstone. It's such a beautiful stone too. You guys are lucky. We're just going to do that same thing again here. Normally when I'm doing a nail set, I kind of know how I'm going to do it or what I'm going to do. This time I just wasn't really sure as to how exactly to do what I had in my head. So I thought I would take you along with me on this little journey of trying to figure out how to do this and what works and what didn't work for me. And so I thought I'd show y'all how I did it. Okay, so this is how that one turned out. And here are the two side by side. I kind of like the darker one better, but I do like the more veining in the other one. So what we're doing here, I took some of that grape jelly polish and I mixed it with some top coat so that it's super transparent. And then I put some white on the palette and I'm just adding a little bit in there, just like you would do a normal marble. Just throwing some more of the darker purple in there. And that's just straight out of the bottle, the grape jelly. And what I'm hoping to do with this, show a little bit more of the veining like the polygel one was, but still get that bright purple color in the end. So now this is one of those LED lights that you can pop on your nail, and then when you put it up against your phone or something, it'll flash. I thought that would be really cool for underneath the full gem nail. Then we're just going to take the natural clear, this poly gel, and put a little bit in the mold and stick that sucker onto my finger. But what I want, yeah, I'm definitely patting it down and smoothing it out because I really wanted to make sure that that little light bulb had enough room. Now, I couldn't get these to work off of my finger. I just got them in from Amazon too. And I couldn't get them to work off my finger. I couldn't get them to work, period. I was so upset. I was bummed that the light did not work. You can tell that I've got a lot of seepage there. I'm just going to clean that up with a little bit of alcohol on my brush. And I'm going to take out all of that extra polygel. Make sure it's nice and secure and flat, and we are going to cure that. You can see that I have a little bit of extra there where it wasn't quite pushed all the way down. It almost looks like a little ridge. I filed that off, and now I'm going to go ahead and cover the outside edge with a little bit of gold foiling. And this is really fiddly because I just want just the little tiniest pieces. So I'm taking a little bit of top coat or base coat. Either one would work. I can't remember if I use top coat or base coat. That's pretty sad. But I am just taking a little bit of that and just enough for the foils to stick down. I'm trying to keep little tiny pieces. Just kind of messing with this. I think I messed with this forever. I kind of wanted it to look like the outside of a geode. Okay, finally done with that lovely nail. We're going to top coat it. I'm trying not to mess anything up here, make a mess, but go. Just gonna top coat it. And right now I'm just wiping off all the excess top coat because I want that gemstone appearance. I want that still to look like the gemstone mold that I put it in. Just trying to get all of the extra top coat. It's terrible because I am a heavy-handed top coater. I like to make sure that top coat is nice and thick so that everything is nice and straight and flat and looks nice. Or rounded, I should say. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to put on these round tips from TEMU Couture, and I'm going to try. It's the first time I've tried their press-on gel. This is pink, and I already have a base coat on. This is generally how I do this. There you go. Got a little bit too much on, but all right. Excuse me. I have done all of these mold forms. I'm going to try and pop them out. I did them the way that I last showed you with the top coat mixed in with the jelly polish and then put them all in there. All right. So what I want to do is try and have the gems. Oh, yeah, I had a problem. The gel is hard and it is not going to allow me to cut these all the way through. I did figure out in the end that if I just scored it a little bit, and this is me trying to file it. None of this worked, by the way. I did find out that if I took the nippers and I just scored it, cut maybe about halfway through on all of the places that I wanted it to cut or break correctly, and then went through and cut it all the way through, it would snap off in the places that I had already scored. So this was a complete waste of time. I have no idea, I spent so much time trying to get these cut and trying to, but here I'm just trying to use my drill and cut them nicely, and that wasn't working, and it was a heck of a disaster. When I say this set took me days, it took me days. I think it took me about 2 weeks to figure out exactly what I was doing or how I was going to make this look halfway decent. And in the end, I didn't even like the final result. So I think we'll just cut this short because you don't need to see that it's just it wasn't working. It ended up scratching the surface and it wasn't straight, and trying to file them with a file after I used my e-file, it was kind of a mess. Okay, so we're back to the drawing board again. So this Polish Warm Glow by Nail Reserve. This is what I wanted on the rest of the nails that I didn't want in the gemstone look so much. But when I tried using that, it just wouldn't stay in its little zone. So I did end up cutting that part off in the end. So it just, I tell you guys, I tried everything I could think of to get these nails to work. And they did in the end work, but it just wasn't what was in my head. So I don't know. You guys be the judge. You could see this is how that one turned out. And I didn't really like it because the tip there of the gem was more blue. And this is where I figured out if I just made a little bit of a score and didn't cut all the way through, it would cut where it was supposed to. And you notice I did not score the other side. Yep, and then it just blew off. I was like, okay. Finally, I was like, all right. I trimmed all my nails down to the size of the nail form. And I decided to give it one more try. Last and final ditch effort. I took the polygel mixture along. Basically made the polygel mixture again and tried to only put it in the areas of the mold that I wanted it in, and it kind of worked. So what I ended up doing for my thumbnail, I left it like that. I used that one and I filled in the empty space with Warm Glow by Nail Reserve. And then I wrapped the gemstone in the foil. Here I decided I wanted the warm glow is such a pretty color. It's like a brown. It's like a brown color with gold flake in it. And it went really well with this set, I thought. So for the other nails, when I was doing them, I just took all of the bits and pieces that I had from the ones that I had broken, and I put them on the nail how I wanted them, and I just put them on the nail with polygel. You can't even tell that they were broken or cracked, so I think they turned out okay, just not the way I wanted. I guess I wanted more facets, sorry, more facets on the nail. I think that's more of what I had pictured in my head is just more faucet. Why do I keep saying faucets, you guys? More facets, just more gemstone-like. I guess I was just disappointed in these nail forms, I think, more than anything else. But this was definitely one of those sets that was trial and error. See, I'm trying to outline everything and make it look the way that I want it to. All right, I'm putting a larger dollop of top coat in the area where I have the warm glow because it doesn't have any facets. And it is down lower than the gemstone. So I'm flipping it upside down to make sure that it looks correct, that it's rounded off nicely. And I'm taking off any excess top coat that I have there on the amethyst. So there you go. That's how that looks. Maybe. I go messing around. All right. These are the finished nails. What do you guys think? I kind of hate them. I don't know if I kind of hate them because they're not what was pictured in my head. And that middle finger the gem is not in the right spot. It's crooked. Oh, but I had a heck of a time trying to get these nails done. You know, looking back now, I think they look pretty, but I don't know, maybe it was just I don't know, the time and the effort and just trying to figure things out and it not being exactly the way that I wanted it to begin with. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this set? Do you not like this set? Again, happy birthday to all of my February babies. And if you like this video, leave me a like. If you think it's worth sharing, share it and leave a comment. Bye.